Hi students, welcome to Plus One Computer class. So we already know we are discussing about algorithms and flowchart. In the previous video we discussed about sample algorithms and also sample flowchart, then comparison between entry controlled and exit controlled loop. So algorithm and flowchart belonging to the designing procedure. So our second step in phases of programming is over. Designing algorithms and flowcharts. Very important question. It's a frequently asking question for your board examination. Any of the algorithm and flowchart will come. So you want to draw and study the flowchart and also algorithms. So in this video we are going to discuss the next phases in programming, that is coding of the program, then translation and debugging. So these three steps we are going to discuss in this section. So the first section is coding of program. Coding of program. We are going to create a program. That means after getting a problem, first we will identify the problem. What is its actual step or what is the actual problem indicate? All the steps we will identify first. After the identification, next step is you want to prepare a program code for the following algorithm. Program code for the following section. Then suppose I already completed the algorithm and flowchart. You know the step-by-step procedure. So we can easily convert it into any of the programming language. Normally for coding of the program we are using high-level languages. High-level languages like C, C++, Java, any language we can use. We can convert that algorithm and flowchart into programming. So that is our practical section. Algorithm and flowchart is not a part of program. This is just to make our program code in an easier manner. We are generating the flowchart and algorithm. Okay, if you know the flowchart, for example, for your practical examination, suppose you want to, definitely you will be having one record book. In that record book, you want to write C++ program. So along with C++ program, the examiner will ask, that means the external examiner will come for the valuation purpose. So that examiner will ask to create algorithm or flowchart. That also you want to write along with the program, because if your algorithm is correct, then they can easily identify your program also will be correct. If you know to write algorithm in proper manner, then definitely you can create program code also. Okay, so that purpose, first we are beginning with algorithm and flowchart. Then after that, next chapter onwards, we are going to start the basics of programming. So the third steps in programming is coding of the program. Coding of the program means we are converting it into high-level language. So any of the high-level language we can use. So when we convert algorithm and flowchart into program code, that program is known as source code. Okay, what is that name? Source code. Source code means it is not machine understandable language. It is belonging to high level language. Any of the high level language we can use to convert it into source code. Clear? So what does coding of the program indicate? Coding of the program indicate or coding of program, or it indicate once we have developed the skill to design algorithm and flowchart, the next step in programming is to express the instruction in a more precise and concise notation. In an accurate manner, you want to represent all that instruction. That is, the instructions are to be expressed in a programming language. Any of the high-level language programming we can use. The process of writing such program instructions are known as program coding. Then, the processor convert or the program written in high-level language. Normally, we will use high-level language for the program code. The program written in high-level language is known as source code. Clear? So, the coding of the program indicate that we are converting algorithm and flowchart into source code. So, this is the third step. After coding of the program, next step is translation. Next step was translation. Now, after the coding of the program is in source code format. Okay, program is in source code format, but computer will only understood binary language. Computer only understood binary language. So we want to convert source code into binary language or machine understandable language. So that machine understandable language is known as object code. Okay, source code is converting it into object code. So we need a translator. Okay, we need a translator to translate source code into object code. We require a translator to convert source code into object code. Source code means high level language, object code machine level language. So we already discussed about language processor. What is the duty of language processor? Language processor is converting source code into object code. Language processor always converts source code into object code. That means high level language program into machine level language program. Example, compiler. Compiler converts high level language into low level or machine level language in a single run. So if any kinds of error is present, all the errors will be noticed or listed along with the line number. Then one more language processor is present, that is known as interpreter. Interpreter also used for converting high level language into machine level language, but the difference is line by line checking. If any error is present, it will check that line first. Okay, then after that again you want to retranslate it. Okay, so what is happening in translation? In translation, the source code is converting it into object code. Source code means the program written in high level language is known as source code. So during the translation procedure, compiler or interpreter, any one translator. If it is C++, we will use compiler. If it is C++, compilation is taking place. Compilation means source code is converting it into object code. Clear? So that is taking place in translation procedure. Okay, in translation, source code is converting it into object code. Source code means program written in high level language is known as source code. Object code means machine understandable language. Okay, then after the translation, next step was debugging. After the translation, next step was debugging. Debugging means removing bugs from the program. What is it? Removing bugs. Removing bugs from the program. What is this bugs? Bugs or errors. Okay, bugs or errors. Removing bugs from the program is known as debugging. So during the debugging procedure, we can identify the errors and also there will be a chance of removing that errors also present. Okay, so that step is known as debugging. Then during the debugging procedure, we can identify two types of error, logical and syntax errors. Okay, two types of errors. There are two types of errors that is encountered at debugging procedure. So during the debugging procedure, we can identify two types of errors, logical errors and syntax error. Then first one, what is mean by syntax error? You know, in every programming language, they are following some kinds of syntax and semantics. Syntax means rules. Okay, if any of the rule is violating, if any of the syntax is missing, it will lead to syntax error. Commonly used example, every C++ program statements end with a semicolon. Every C++ program statements end with a semicolon. If semicolon is missing, If semicolon is missing, then it will leads to a syntax error. So after the debugging procedure, we will get error message along with the line number. Semicolon is missing. Okay, so that is belonging to syntax error. Then second one, logical errors. Logical errors means we already studied about different loops. Okay, loops, how we are repeating one step one or more time, repetition of loops and also repetition of statements. So if any mistake in the condition, program is correct, if any of the value is not correct, then it will lead to infinite loop. That means we will get the output but it will not be correct. We will get the output but it will not be correct. So that kinds of errors are known as logical error. That means improper planning of programming. Okay, improper planning. That means there will be some kinds of mistake in your program construction. So that kinds of errors are known as logical errors. Clear? So during the debugging procedure, we can find out two types of errors. Logical errors and syntax error. Logical error means there will be or it leads to improper planning of programs. So any mistake in the value or any mistake in the condition, that will leads to logical error. Syntax error, every program or every C++ program should convey some kinds of rules, set of rules. If any of the rule is wrong, then it will leads to syntax error. Okay, so these are the three different phases of programming. First phase is coding of the program. So I already mentioned, after the completion of algorithm and flowchart, if the algorithm or if we got a good solution for the problem, then we can convert that algorithm and flowchart into a programming language. That means into high level language. So if that section is known as program coding. Okay, converting algorithm and flowchart into any of the high level language. That section is known as program coding. So after converting it into program code, the program is known as source code. Okay, program written in high level language is known as source code. Then fourth phase in programming. In fourth phase, we are performing translation. Okay, what is it? Translation. So we require any of the language processor for that particular translation operation. In translation operation, source code is converting it into object code. Okay, what is happening? Source code is converting it into object code. Then next one, debugging procedure. In debugging, we are identifying the bugs from the program. After the identification of bug, we are removing that bugs from the program. So during debugging procedure, we can encounter two kinds of errors, logical errors and also syntax error. During debugging process, we are rectifying two types of errors, logical and syntax error. Logical error due to improper program planning. Syntax, when we are deviating the syntax of any of the program, then it will leads to syntax error. Then you want to write two questions in your notebook as a homework. First question is, what do you mean by logical errors in a program and what is mean by debugging? So these two questions you want to write in your notebook, and two more phases is remaining, that is execution and testing, and last one is documentation. Along with, you want to discuss some more algorithm and flowchart from the algorithm and flowchart section, and also performance evaluation also will be there. So that we will discuss in the next video. So after that, I think we can conclude our chapter because it's a smaller chapter, theoretical section of principles of programming. After that, we are beginning our programming. So please study the algorithm and flowchart. Please write and study algorithm and flowchart. Okay. So hope you understood. The remaining section we will discuss in the next video. Okay then, thank you.